Chapter 1: The Wedding Night. I'm an Omega, and yesterday, I turned 18. Today, I'm married. Life has a way of throwing curveballs, doesn't it? 1 minute, I'm blowing out candles at my birthday party. The next, I'm signing a marriage certificate with an alpha I barely know. Francis, my new husband, is 4 years older, a family friend I haven't seen since last summer. Our engagement was sealed years ago by a childhood betrothal, a dusty promise I never took seriously, until Grandpa's frail voice begged me to honor it. His heart condition's gotten worse, and seeing me settled is his last wish. So here I am, Virgil, standing in a sleek loft apartment, clutching a pillow, feeling like I've stepped into someone else's life. Francis? I say, shifting my weight. He's sitting on the edge of the bed, loosening his tie, his face as unreadable as a blank page. I was thinking, maybe we should sleep in separate rooms? You know, since we're not exactly close. His dark eyes flick up to meet mine. No smile, no frown, just that cool, detached stare he's mastered. Fine, he says, voice low and even. Guest room's down the hall. I nod, relieved but weirdly unsettled. As I turn to leave, something bizarre happens. Words float across my vision, like subtitles in a movie, glowing faintly. TCH, look at Mr. Cool trying to play it off. Bet he's freaking out about sharing a bed. Sniffed his new husband's hair when he wasn't looking, didn't he? Cold shower city tonight. I freeze, blinking hard. What the hell? I glance back at Francis, who's still staring at his phone, expressionless. Did I imagine that? Maybe the champagne from the reception's messing with my head. Shaking it off, I hug my pillow tighter and shuffle toward the guest room. The bed's cold, the sheets crisp, and I lie there, staring at the ceiling. Married. Me. At 18. It feels like a prank. Yesterday, I was dodging Tim's teasing about my non-existent love life at my party. Now I'm legally bound to a guy who seems about as warm as a freezer. Francis was always distant, even when we were kids. I vaguely remember him pushing me on a swing once, but that's it. He studied abroad for years, and when he came back last summer, we barely spoke. Yet here we are, tied together because of family promises and Grandpa's fading smile. I roll over, the pillow muffling my groan. The marriage license sits on the nightstand, our photo staring back at me. Francis looks like he's posing for a mugshot, all sharp jawline and zero emotion. My smile's forced, barely there. We're strangers, basically. He's only doing this for his family's sake, right? To keep the peace, honor the deal. I sigh, kicking off the blankets. Sleep's not happening tonight. The next morning, I wake to the smell of coffee and something savory. My stomach growls as I stumble into the kitchen. Francis is there, dressed in a crisp white shirt, sleeves rolled up, pouring coffee into a mug. A plate of golden grilled cheese sandwiches sits on the counter, next to a glass of iced latte and a bowl of green grapes. My favorites. Weird. Morning, he says, not looking up. Eat. You've got class in an hour. Thanks. I mumble, sliding into a chair. I take a bite of the sandwich. Crispy bread, gooey cheddar, a hint of bacon. It's perfect. Too perfect. How does he know I love this stuff? I sneak a glance at him, but he's scrolling through emails on his phone, all business. So, I start, chewing slowly. You didn't have to do all this. It's nothing, he replies, voice flat. I was up early. I nod, but my eyes catch his hand tightening around the mug. Before I can say anything, those weird floating words pop up again. Nothing, he says, after slaving over the stove to nail his husband's breakfast. Bet he's dying to see if Virgil likes it. Look at that sneaky side eye. I choke on my coffee, coughing. Francis glances over, one eyebrow raised. You okay? Yeah, just went down the wrong way. I lie, wiping my mouth. My face heats up as I process the words. Is this some kind of psychic commentary? And why is it calling out Francis like he's secretly obsessed with me? I look at him again, but he's back to his phone, cool as ever. No way he's sneaking glances. Right. Finish up, he says, standing. I'll drive you to campus. You don't have to. I protest. I can take the bus. It's on my way, he says, grabbing his keys. His tone's final, like arguing's pointless. I notice his ears are slightly pink, though. Odd. It's not even warm in here. All right, fine, I mutter, grabbing another grape. As we head out, I can't shake the feeling he's watching me, but when I turn, he's already at the door, back straight, all business. Those floating words flicker again. On his way, sure. Like he didn't rearrange his whole morning for this. I blink, confused. What is going on? The drive to campus is quiet. Francis grips the steering wheel, his profile sharp and focused. I fiddle with my phone, stealing glances at him. He's handsome, I'll give him that, tall, broad-shouldered, with dark hair that falls just right. But he's so closed off. Like a locked safe. I sigh, and he glances over. What? He asks. Nothing, I say quickly. Just thinking. He nods, eyes back on the road. The silence stretches, thick and awkward. When we pull up to campus, I unbuckle my seatbelt, ready to bolt. Thanks for the ride. I'll pick you up later, he says, not a question. You don't have to, 4 o'clock. He cuts in. Text me if your schedule changes. I open my mouth to argue, but his stare shuts me up. Okay, I mumble, climbing out. As I walk toward the lecture hall, I glance back. His car's still there, idling. Weird. I'm halfway across the quad when the words appear again. Can't leave until he's sure Virgil's safe inside. Total sap. Bet he's memorizing the way Virgil walks. Creep, but cute. My face burns. I spin around, but the car's pulling away now. I shake my head, trying to clear the nonsense. Whatever those words are, they're messing with me. Francis isn't some lovesick puppy. He's just doing his duty. Right, inside, Tim's waiting, sprawled across 2 chairs in the lecture hall. Yo, Virgil! He calls, waving. Where were you yesterday? You ghosted my texts. I drop into the seat beside him, hesitating. Tim's my best friend, another Omega, and he's got a nose for gossip. I got married. His jaw drops. What? When? To who? Yesterday, I say, scratching my neck. To Francis. Family thing. Tim's eyes widen. Francis? That tall, scary hot guy from your grandpa's stories? Dude, spill. I give him the short version, doll's betrothal, grandpa's wish, the whirlwind wedding. Tim leans in, grinning. So, is he as cold as he looks? Or is he secretly a softy? I don't know, I admit. He's nice, I guess? Made me breakfast. But we're not, like, close. Tim smirks. Yet. Bet he's got a thing for you. Alphas like that always do. I roll my eyes. Doubt it. It's just business. But as the professor starts droning, those floating words creep back into my mind. Francis, secretly into me? No way. Still, I can't stop picturing his pink ears, the perfect breakfast, the way he insisted on driving me. Maybe there's more to him than that ice-cold face. Chapter 2, Unspoken Plans. I wake up to the smell of coffee again, my stomach already anticipating another one of Francis's weirdly perfect breakfasts. Sure enough, when I shuffle into the kitchen, there's a spread waiting, toasted bagels with cream cheese, a bowl of mixed berries, and an iced vanilla latte, foam still swirling. It's like he rated my brain for my favorite foods. I pause, staring at the plate. How does he know I'm obsessed with bagels? I never told him that. Francis is at the counter, sipping black coffee, dressed in a navy button-up that hugs his shoulders a little too well. He glances up from his tablet. Eat. You're running late. Morning to you too. I mumble, sliding into a chair. I take a bite of the bagel, crisp outside, soft inside, cream cheese slathered just right. It's annoyingly delicious. I sneak a look at him, but he's focused on his screen, tapping out an email. His jaw's tight, like he's solving world hunger instead of answering work messages. Thanks for this, I say, gesturing at the food. It's really good. He nods, not looking up. It's nothing. Nothing, my ass. This is Michelin star level effort for a guy I've spoken to maybe 10 times in my life. Before I can call him out, those weird floating words pop up again, glowing faintly across my vision. Nothing, he says, after Googling perfect bagel recipe at 5 a.m. Bet he's counting every bite Virgil takes. Look at that sneaky glance. I nearly choke on a berry. Sneaky glance? I dart my eyes to Francis, but he's still glued to his tablet. Or is he? His head's tilted just enough that he could be watching me from the corner of his eye. No way. I'm imagining things. These Whatever they are, captions are screwing with my head. I clear my throat. So, you don't have to keep making breakfast. I can grab something on campus. It's fine, he says, voice flat. I'm up anyway. Okay, but. I start, but he's already standing, grabbing his keys. I'll drive you, he says, like it's a done deal. You don't have to, I protest, shoving the last of the bagel in my mouth. Your office is, like, the opposite direction. It's on my way, he says, same as yesterday. His tone's final, but his ears are pink again. What's with that? I grab my backpack, following him to the car. The drive's quiet, save for the hum of the engine and the soft jazz playing on the radio. I steal glances at him, sharp cheekbones, hands steady on the wheel, not a hair out of place. He's like a magazine ad for unattainable alpha. I fidget with my phone, trying to break the silence. So, what do you do all day? Like work stuff? Meetings, mostly, he says, eyes on the road. Contracts, investments. Boring. Sounds intense, I say, but he just shrugs. Conversation over, apparently. The floating words flicker again. Boring? More like he cleared his morning to play chauffeur for his husband. Bet he's got Virgil's class schedule memorized. Total stalker vibes. I cough, covering my shock. Class schedule? No way he knows that. I mean, we just got married. He's not that invested, right? When we pull up to campus, I unbuckle, ready to escape the awkwardness. Thanks for the ride. 4:30, he says, not looking at me. I'll be here. You really don't have to. Text me if you're out early. He cuts me off, tone firm. I sigh, nodding, and climb out. As I head toward the lecture hall, I glance back. His car's still there, just like yesterday. The words float by. Not leaving till he sees Virgil walk inside. Sap City? My face heats up. I hurry into the building, heart doing a weird flip. What is wrong with me? In the lecture hall, Tim's sprawled in the back row, scrolling through his phone. He spots me and grins. Yo, married man! How's life with Mr. Ice King? I drop into the seat beside him, rolling my eyes. Weird. He made me breakfast again. Bagels, berries, the whole deal. How does he even know I like that stuff? Tim's eyebrows shoot up. Dude, he's cooking for you? That's like husband points. Is he hot in the kitchen? Apron vibes? Shut up. I laugh, shoving his shoulder. He's just doing his duty or whatever. Family obligation. Tim snorts. Obligation? Please. Alphas don't whip up gourmet breakfasts for duty. He's into you. No way, I say, but my voice wavers. I think about the bagels, the latte, the car rides. It's too much effort for just obligation, right? He's so cold. Like he barely talks. Cold's just a front, Tim says, leaning in. Bet he's a total softer underneath. So, spill. You guys like vibing yet? I hesitate, picking at my notebook. I don't know. He's nice, I guess. Makes sure I'm fed, drives me around. But we're not close. It's like living with a polite robot. Tim laughs. Give it time. You're married, not dating. You'll crack him eventually. He pauses, smirking. So, no spicy details yet? You're killing me, Virgil. My face burns. Tim! We're not. We're sleeping in separate rooms, okay? His jaw drops. Separate rooms? Dude, you're married. What's the hold up? It's not like that, I mutter. We just met, basically. It'd be weird. Weird's not stopping him from making you heart-shaped pancakes. Tim teases. Bet he's dying to get closer. Pancakes weren't heart-shaped. I grumble, but the image sticks. I shake my head, focusing on the professor walking in. Class drags, but my mind's stuck on Francis. The breakfast, the rides, the pink ears. Is Tim right? Is there more to him? After class, I head to the library to kill time. My phone buzzes, Francis. Text me when you're done. I stare at the message. He's so direct, like he's scheduling a board meeting. But why is my stomach doing that flip again? I text back out at 4:30. You sure you're free? His reply's instant, yes. When I step outside at 4:30, his car's already there, parked under a tree. He's leaning against it, scrolling through his phone, looking like he stepped out of a cologne ad. I walk over, and he straightens. Ready? Yeah. I say, climbing in. There's a cup in the console, a chai latte, my favorite. I pause, staring. You got this for me? Was in the area, he says, starting the car. His ears are pink again. The words float by. In the area, sure. Like he didn't drive across town for that exact order. Chai latte, no foam, just how Virgil likes it. Someone's whipped. I bite my lip, hiding a smile. Maybe Tim's onto something. Maybe Francis isn't just a polite robot. As we drive home, I sneak another glance at him. His profile's sharp, focused, but there's a softness in the way his fingers tap the wheel. Chapter 3: Heat and Hidden Care. I'm sprawled on the couch, flipping through TV channels, trying to ignore the weird itch under my skin. Francis left for a business trip this morning, and the apartment feels too quiet without him. It's been 2 days since he dropped me off at campus, and I'm still not used to his absence. No perfectly curated breakfast, no silent car rides, no pink ears. Just me and this restless feeling I can't shake. I tug at my collar, sweat beading on my neck despite the AC. Something's off. The itch turns into a burn, like my spine's on fire. I sit up, heart racing. My hands shake as I grab my phone, fumbling through contacts. Francis's name pops up, and before I can overthink it, I hit call. It rings twice before his voice comes through, sharp with concern. Virgil? What's wrong? I don't know. I stammer, my voice wobbling. I feel hot. Like really hot. And my neck, it hurts. My fingers graze the gland at the back of my neck, swollen and throbbing. Oh no. Is this? Stay put, Francis says, his tone tight. I'm coming back. Where are you? Home. Couch. I curl into a ball, the phone slipping in my sweaty grip. It's bad, Francis. Hold on. I'll be there soon. His voice is steady, but I hear a muffled curse and the sound of a car door slamming. Breathe okay? I'm on my way. I nod, even though he can't see me. The call ends, and I drop the phone, clutching a cushion. The heat's unbearable now, my skin prickling, my head spinning. I've read about this, omega heat. But it's my first, and it's hitting like a freight train. I whimper, pressing my face into the cushion, trying to focus on anything but the pain in my neck. Time blurs. The door slams open, and Francis storms in, tie loose, hair damp with sweat. He's a mess, shirt unbuttoned at the collar, jacket gone. I've never seen him like this, all control stripped away. Virgil! He's at my side in seconds, kneeling by the couch, his hand hovering over my shoulder. Talk to me. Where does it hurt? Everywhere. I mumble, curling tighter. His scent hits me, crisp cedar, grounding and cool. I lean toward it instinctively, craving relief. My neck, it's the worst. He brushes my hair aside, fingers grazing my gland. I flinch, and he pulls back. You're in heat, he says, voice low. I call the doctor. They'll be here soon. I nod, too dizzy to argue. Those floating words flicker across my vision, uninvited. Poor guy's losing it. Look at him fighting every instinct to stay calm. Bet he'd do anything to make Virgil feel better. Total night vibes. I blink, confused. Francis's face is all focus, but his jaw's clenched, and his hands tremble slightly as he grabs a glass of water from the table. Drink this, he says, holding it to my lips. I manage a sip, then slump back. Thanks, I whisper. His scent's stronger now, wrapping around me like a blanket. I want to bury my face in his neck, but I hold back, embarrassed. We're not there yet. The doctor arrives, a brisk woman with a medical bag. She checks my gland, frowning. First heat, huh? Your gland's underdeveloped, which is why it's hitting so hard. No suppressants for now, too risky. Alpha pheromones and rest are your best bet. She glances at Francis. You know what to do? He nods, expression unreadable. Yes. She leaves, and Francis sits on the couch, close but not touching. You need my pheromones, he says, voice steady. It'll help. I nod, too exhausted to care about the awkwardness. He shifts closer, and I feel his scent intensify, cedar washing over me. I relax a fraction, the burning easing. Without thinking, I lean into him, my head resting on his shoulder. His arm hesitates, then wraps around me, firm but gentle. Better? He asks, voice softer now. Yeah. I mumble, eyes drooping. Don't go, okay? I'm not going anywhere. he says, his hand stroking my hair. The motion soothing, and I drift, the pain dulling. Those words float by again. Look at him, all soft and protective. Bet he's screaming inside to keep it together. Not even a kiss? Dude's a saint. Or a masochist. I want to laugh, but I'm too tired. Francis's warmth lulls me, and I pass out, safe in his arms. When I wake, I'm in bed, tucked under clean sheets. My body's less achy, the heat faded to manageable. I'm in fresh pajamas, which means, oh God. Did Francis change me? My face burns as I sit up, glancing around. No sign of him. I stumble to the bathroom, needing to splash water on my face. The door's ajar, and I freeze. Francis is at the sink, scrubbing something, a pair of my boxers. My stomach flips. Those are from yesterday, when the heat made me a mess. He's hand-washing them, his sleeves rolled up, forearms flexing. He doesn't notice me, too focused on the task. I clear my throat. Francis? He turns, unfazed, like washing my underwear is the most normal thing in the world. You're up. Feeling okay? Better, I say, eyes locked on the boxers. You didn't have to do that. There's a washing machine. Hand-washing's better for delicates, he says, hanging them to dry. His tone's so matter-of-fact, I almost believe it's no big deal. Almost. The floating words appear, gleeful. Delicates, sure. Bet he's been sniffing those for 10 minutes straight. Cold shower round 2 incoming. Poor guy's fighting for his life. My face is on fire. I look at Francis, expecting his usual blank stare, but his ears are pink again. Thanks. I stammer, backing away. I'm gonna shower. He nods, turning back to the sink. Let me know if you need anything. I escape to the bathroom, heart pounding. The words are back, taunting. Need anything? Like maybe a hug? Or more pheromones? Guy's dying to help. I turn on the shower, letting the water drown out my thoughts. Francis, washing my clothes? Staying up to take care of me? It's too much. He's just being responsible, right? Fulfilling his role as my alpha. But the way he held me, the way his scent calmed me, it felt like more. I shake my head, scrubbing my hair. No way. He's just doing what he has to. When I step out, towel around my waist, Francis is in the kitchen, heating up soup. Eat, he says, sliding a bowl toward me. You need to keep your strength up. I sit, spooning the soup. It's chicken noodle, warm and comforting. You didn't have to cut your trip short, I say, glancing at him. It's fine, he says, leaning against the counter. Work can wait. I pause, spoon halfway to my mouth. Work can wait? For me? The words flicker. Understatement of the century. Dude canceled the whole conference to play nurse. I choke again, coughing. Francis frowns. Slow down. You'll make yourself sick. I'm fine, I mutter, but my mind's racing. He came back for me. He held me through the worst of it. He's washing my damn underwear. Maybe Tim was right. Maybe there's more to Francis than the ice-cold front. As I finish the soup, I steal a glance at him, his profile sharp against the kitchen light. I wonder if those floating words are onto something. Chapter 4. Rides and Reluctant Smiles. I'm still buzzing from the heat episode, but Francis acts like nothing happened, back to his cool, composed self. This morning, though, he throws me off. Want to go out tomorrow? He asks over breakfast, slicing an apple with surgical precision. There's a fair in town. Could be fun. I blink, nearly dropping my fork. A fair? Like a date? Sure, I say, trying to sound casual. Sounds cool. He nods, like it's no big deal, but his ears are pink. Again. Those floating words pop up, uninvited. Sounds cool, he says, like he didn't spend all night planning the perfect date. Bet he's already mapped out every ride to impress Virgil. I hide a smile, shoving a piece of toast in my mouth. A date with Francis. My stomach flips, and I'm not sure if it's nerves or excitement. Saturday morning, the fair's alive with noise, kids screaming, bells ringing, the smell of popcorn and cotton candy thick in the air. I'm in jeans and a hoodie, while Francis, naturally, looks like he walked off a runway in a black sweater and slacks. He's so out of place among the flashing lights and tacky booths, it's almost funny. Loosen up, I tease, nudging his arm. You look like you're here to audit the place. He raises an eyebrow. I'm plenty loose. Yeah, right. I laugh, dragging him toward a souvenir stand. My eyes land on a pair of fluffy cat ear headbands, white and ridiculous. Perfect. Hold still. I stretch up, plopping one on his head. The contrast, his sharp jawline under those goofy ears, is too much. I snort, pulling out my phone to snap a picture. Really? He says, voice dry, but he doesn't take them off. His lips twitch, almost a smile. Absolutely. I grin, adjusting the ears. You're rocking this. The words float by. Rocking it? He's dying inside but too whipped to say no. Look at that almost smile. Virgil's got him wrapped around his finger. I bite my lip, ignoring the flush creeping up my neck. Come on, photo booth next. I tug him toward a cramped booth, its curtain flapping in the breeze. Inside, we're squished together, knees bumping. Francis sits stiffly, like he's posing for a passport photo. Relax, I say, poking his side. He flinches, and I laugh. Smile, Francis. It's not a mugshot. He exhales, the corner of his mouth lifting slightly. I hit the button, and the flash catches us, me grinning like an idiot, him with that tiny, reluctant smile, cat ears still perched on his head. The photo spits out, and I grab it, laughing. This is gold. He leans over, inspecting it. You're keeping that? Forever, I say, tucking it into my wallet. His ears go pink again, and the words flicker. Forever? Bet he's screaming internally. Wants to frame that photo. We wander to the rides, and I convince him to try the Ferris wheel. He's quiet as we climb in, the cart swaying slightly. I lean over the edge, watching the fair shrink below us. This is awesome, I say, turning to him. He's gripping the bar, knuckles white. You okay? I ask, smirking. Scared of heights? No, he says too quickly, loosening his grip. Just cautious. Sure, I tease, but I let it drop. The view's nice, and for once, the silence between us feels comfortable. When we step off, I spot a sign for the haunted house. Oh, we're doing that next. Francis hesitates, his jaw tightening. You sure? It's childish. Come on, it'll be fun, I say, already pulling him toward the line. He follows, but his steps are slower than usual. Inside, it's all fake cobwebs and cheesy jump scares, but I'm having a blast, laughing at every skeleton that pops out. Francis, though, is tense, his shoulders rigid. A loud scream blasts from a speaker, and a plastic ghost drops from the ceiling. I yelp, then laugh, but Francis actually flinches, his hand brushing mine. I glance at him, surprised. His face is still blank, but his eyes are wide. The words appear. Big Bad Alpha spooked by a fake ghost? Priceless. Bet he's clinging to Virgil's hand in his head right now. I stifle a grin. You good? I ask, keeping my voice light. Fine, he mutters, but his hand brushes mine again, lingering this time. I don't pull away. After the haunted house, I drag him to a food stall for cotton candy. He eyes the pink fluff like it's radioactive. Try it, I say, holding out a piece. Live a little. He sighs but takes a bite, his nose wrinkling. Too sweet. Liar, I say, laughing as he takes another bite. You love it. He doesn't reply, but his lips twitch again. The words float by. Hates the sugar, loves the smile on Virgil's face. Total goner. My heart does that stupid flip again. We wander toward the arcade, where I blow $20 failing at a claw machine. Francis watches, arms crossed, until I groan in defeat. This thing's rigged. Step aside, he says, sliding a coin in. His first try snags a plush bear. He hands it to me, expression neutral. For you. I clutch the bear, grinning. Show off. He shrugs, but his ears are pink. The words chime in. Show off? He practiced that move in his head 10 times first. The sun's setting as we head to the movie theater nearby, my idea. There's this new horror flick, I say, scrolling through showtimes on my phone. Reviews say it's terrifying. You in? Francis pauses, his jaw tightening again. Sure. Inside, the theater's dark, the air chilly. I settle into my seat, munching popcorn, excited for the scares. Francis sits beside me, posture stiff. The opening music creeps in, all eerie strings and low rumbles. I glance at him, noticing his hands gripping the armrests. When a jump scare hits, a bloody figure lurching across the screen, He actually jerks, his knee bumping mine. I lean over, whispering, "You scared?" "No," he says, voice tight. Another scare, and his hand twitches toward mine. The words flash. "Not scared, my ass?" He's one scream away from hiding in Virgil's lap. Bet he's regretting saying yes to this movie. I stifle a laugh. "If you're freaked out, you can, hold my hand," I tease, half joking. He's silent for a beat, then, to my shock, his head dips, resting on my shoulder. "Just for a minute," he mutters, voice muffled. My heart stutters. His hair brushes my neck, his scent, cedar and warmth, flooding my senses. I freeze, then slowly rest my hand on his arm. "Okay," I whisper, my voice softer than I mean it to be. The movie rolls on, but I barely notice. Francis's weight against me feels nice. Safe. When the credits roll, he pulls back, clearing his throat. "Good movie," he says, like he didn't just hide from a fake zombie. "Yeah," I say, smiling. "Really good." As we leave, I clutch the plush bear tighter, my mind replaying his head on my shoulder. Francis, scared of a horror movie? Clinging to me? Maybe he's not such an ice king after all. Chapter 5. Beer haze, bold lips clash. The fair date's still buzzing in my head as I slump on the couch, scrolling through my phone. Francis is in the kitchen, chopping vegetables with that focused look he gets, like he's defusing a bomb instead of making stir-fry. It's been a week since the haunted house, since his head rested on my shoulder, and I can't stop replaying it. His cedar scent, the way he let his guard down, it's messing with me. I steal a glance at him, his sleeves rolled up, forearms flexing. My face heats up, and I look away fast. "Dinner's almost ready," he calls, not looking up. "Cool," I say, voice too high. I need a distraction. "Hey, wanna do something fun tonight? Like get takeout? Maybe some drinks?" He pauses, knife hovering over a carrot. "Takeout? You don't like my cooking?" "No, it's great," I say quickly. "Just thought we could try something different. Like barbecue. Or wings." He raises an eyebrow, but his lips twitch. "Fine. Order what you want." I grin, pulling up a delivery app. Half an hour later, the coffee table's loaded with greasy wings, ribs, and a six-pack of beer. Francis eyes the spread like it's a personal offense. "This stuff's terrible for you," he says, but he grabs a wing anyway. "Live a little," I tease, cracking open a beer. I take a sip, the cold fizz hitting my tongue. "See? Fun." He takes a cautious bite, chewing like he's analyzing it. "Tolerable," he says, but he grabs another. Those floating words pop up, uninvited. "Tolerable?" He's already planning to steal another wing when Virgil's not looking. Bet he's just happy to see his husband so excited. I snort, nearly spilling my beer. Francis glances over. "What?" "Nothing," I say, waving it off. I take another swig, the alcohol loosening my limbs. We eat, the TV humming in the background, and I keep pushing beers on him. "Come on, one more." "It's Friday." He sighs but takes the can, his fingers brushing mine. My skin tingles, and I blame the beer. 2 cans in, my head's fuzzy, and I'm giggling at some dumb commercial. Francis is still on his first, watching me with that unreadable look. "You're a lightweight," he says, voice low. "I'm not," I protest, leaning closer. Too close. His scent hits me, cedar sharp and warm. I grab another beer, mostly to distract myself. "You're just boring." "Boring?" He raises an eyebrow, a rare smirk tugging at his lips. "Careful, Virgil." I laugh, the room spinning a little. "You're all serious all the time. Bet you've never done anything wild." I poke his chest, my finger lingering. Solid. Warm. My brain's screaming to stop, but my mouth's on autopilot. "Loosen up, Mr. Ice King." His eyes darken, and he leans in, just a fraction. "You think I'm cold?" My breath catches. "Maybe," I mumble, but my eyes drop to his lips. Bad move. The beer's making me bold, and before I can stop myself, I lean forward and kiss him. It's messy, my lips crashing into his, tasting barbecue and beer. He freezes for a split second, then kisses me back, hard and urgent. His hand cups my neck, pulling me closer, and I'm drowning in his scent, his warmth. I pull back, gasping, my face burning. Sorry," I stammer, but I'm still half in his lap, my hands on his shoulders. I'm kinda drunk. He's breathing hard, eyes locked on mine. You're not that drunk, he says, voice rough. But he doesn't move, just watches me, like he's waiting for my next move. The words float by. Not that drunk? He's praying Virgil doesn't regret this tomorrow. Bet he's been dreaming of that kiss for years. Poor guy's heart's racing. I swallow, my head spinning, not just from the beer. I should stop drinking, I mutter, grabbing a water bottle. I chug it, avoiding his gaze. He's still watching me, and it's doing things to my stomach. Probably a good idea, he says, standing. He grabs the empty cans, his movements deliberate, like he's trying to stay calm. You okay? Yeah. I lie, my face still hot. I kissed him. And he kissed me back. What does that mean? I slump back on the couch, clutching the water bottle like a lifeline. Francis disappears into the kitchen, and I hear the clink of dishes. The words flicker again. Cleaning up to avoid jumping his husband again. Dude's fighting for his life. I groan, rubbing my face. This is too much. The next morning, I wake up with a headache and a vague sense of dread. I'm in bed, alone, thank God, but the memory of last night crashes over me. I kiss Francis. Oh God. I bury my face in the pillow, willing the floor to swallow me. How am I supposed to face him? I drag myself to the kitchen, where he's already up, flipping pancakes like nothing happened. Morning, he says, sliding a plate toward me. Eat. Thanks. I mumble, avoiding his eyes. I take a bite, the pancakes fluffy and perfect, as always. He's acting so normal. Too normal. Did I dream that kiss? I sneak a glance, but he's focused on his coffee, expression blank. So, I start, poking at my food. About last night, you were drunk, he says, cutting me off. Don't worry about it. My stomach drops. Don't worry about it. Was it nothing to him? I nod, forcing a smile. Right. Cool. The words flash. Cool? He's dying inside, replaying that kiss on a loop. Bet he's cursing himself for not saying more. I blink, confused. If he's so affected, why is he brushing it off? I'm about to ask when my phone buzzes. Tim, demanding I meet him for coffee. I jump at the excuse to escape. Gotta go, I say, grabbing my jacket. Meeting Tim. Francis nods, but his jaw tightens. Text me when you're back. Sure, I say, already halfway out the door. At the cafe, Tim's waiting, grinning like he knows something. So, married life? Spill the tea? I groan, sipping my latte. I screwed up. Got drunk last night and kissed him. Tim's eyes widen. No way. And? Was it hot? Shut up, I hiss, my face burning. It was intense. But this morning, he acted like it was nothing. Said I was drunk, don't worry about it. Tim leans back, smirking. Classic alpha move. He's probably freaking out, trying to play it cool. Bet he's into you. I don't know, I say, stirring my coffee. He's so hard to read. Like he does all this nice stuff, breakfast rides, taking care of me, but he's never said he likes me. What if it's just duty? Tim rolls his eyes. Duty doesn't kiss you back, Virgil. He's got it bad. You like him, don't you? I hesitate, then nod, my ears hot. Yeah. I think I do. Then tell him, Tim says, like it's that simple. Stop dancing around it. I sigh, staring into my cup. I like Francis. The way he makes me breakfast, the way he held me during my heat, the way he let me put cat ears on him. But what if he doesn't feel the same? What if I'm just a responsibility to him? The words from last night echo in my head. He's been dreaming of that kiss for years. Could that be true? As I leave the cafe, my phone buzzes. Francis, you okay? I smile, typing back, yeah, heading home soon. Maybe Tim's right. Maybe it's time to stop guessing and start asking. Chapter 6, Vows and Fireworks. I'm pacing the living room, my stomach in knots. Francis has been weird all day, quieter than usual, which is saying something. After dinner, he grabs a pillow and blanket, heading for the guest room. I'll sleep here tonight, he says, voice clipped, and shuts the door before I can respond. I stare at the closed door, confused. We've been sharing a bed since the fair, since that drunken kiss I still can't stop thinking about. Why is he pulling away now, those floating words flicker across my vision. Guess who's hit his susceptible period? Dude's locking himself away to keep it together. Bet he's drowning in suppressants right now. Poor guy's a mess. Susceptible period? My heart skips. That explains the tension, the way his scent's been sharper all day, cedar so strong it makes my head spin. I should leave him alone, right? Let him deal with it. But the thought of him struggling in there, alone, twists something in my chest. I take a deep breath and knock on the guest room door. Francis? I call, my voice shaky. No answer. I push the door open, and the scent hits me like a wave, thick and overwhelming. He's sitting on the bed, a syringe of suppressant in one hand, his shirt unbuttoned, tie hanging loose. His eyes are bloodshot, jaw clenched, like he's fighting a war with himself. He looks up, startled. Virgil, get out. I don't move. You're in your susceptible period, aren't you? I say, stepping closer. I can help. His eyes widen, the syringe trembling in his grip. You don't know what you're saying, he says, voice rough. Go. I do know. I insist, my heart pounding. I'm not drunk this time. I'm clear-headed and I swallow, my face burning. I like you, Francis. I want to help. I want you. The syringe clatters to the floor. His pupils dilate, and before I can blink, he's off the bed, pinning me against the wall. His lips crash into mine, desperate, all heat and hunger. I gasp, kissing him back, my hands fisting his shirt. His cedar scent drowns me, and I'm clinging to him, lost in the fire of it. I love you, Virgil. He rasps against my neck, his teeth grazing my gland. God, I love you. I shiver, wrapping my arms around him. I love you too, I whisper, and it feels like the world shifts. He pulls back just enough to look at me, eyes searching, like he's afraid I'll take it back. I don't. Instead, I pull him closer, and we tumble onto the bed, a tangle of limbs and heat. When it's over, I'm curled against him, my neck throbbing where he bit me, marking me as his. The sheets are a wreck, and I'm too tired to move. Francis brushes sweat-damp hair from my forehead, his touch gentle. You okay? He asks, voice hoarse. Did I hurt you? I shake my head, nuzzling his chest. I'm good. Really good. His heart beats steady under my cheek, and I smile, exhaustion pulling me under. The words float by softer now. Look at them, all cuddly. Bet he's never been this happy. Finally said it. Took him long enough. I wake to sunlight streaming through the window, Francis still beside me, his arm draped over my waist. I shift, and he stirs, blinking at me. Morning, he says, voice warm, no trace of his usual ice. Morning, I reply, grinning. I feel different. Lighter. Like we've crossed some invisible line. I stretch, wincing at the ache in my neck. He notices, brushing his fingers over the bite mark. Sorry, he murmurs. Don't be, I say, catching his hand. I meant it. I love you. His eyes soften, and he leans in, kissing me slow and sweet. I love you too, he says, and it's like a weight lifts off my chest. No more guessing, no more walls. Later, I'm rummaging through his desk for a pen when I find a photo album tucked in a drawer. Curious, I flip it open. The first page stops me cold, a picture of us as kids, me grinning with ice cream on my face, Francis beside me, looking serious even at 10. I laugh, flipping further. Then I freeze. Pages of me, high school, me dozing in class, running track, laughing with Tim. My stomach flips. Francis? I call, holding up the album. What's this? He walks over, and for the first time, he looks sheepish, ears pink. I had a friend take those, he admits, rubbing his neck. You were in high school. I was abroad, but I wanted to know you were okay. You were stalking me? I tease, but my heart's racing. You've been into me this whole time? He nods, looking away. Since we were kids. I didn't think you'd ever feel the same. The words flash. Understatement of the century. Dude's been in love since the sandbox. Look at that blush. He's toast. I laugh, pulling him into a hug. You're such a sap, I say, but my voice is soft, my chest warm. He hugs me back, tight, and I know this is real. A month later, it's our 100-day anniversary. Francis insists on a surprise, driving us to the coast at dusk. He's nervous, fidgeting with the steering wheel, which is so unlike him I almost laugh. Close your eyes, he says, parking the car. I do, letting him guide me out, the sound of waves crashing nearby. He ties a blindfold over my eyes, his fingers careful. No peeking. Bossy, I tease, but I'm grinning. He leads me forward, the sand soft under my sneakers. Okay, open. I pull off the blindfold, and my breath catches. The beach is lit with lanterns, waves glinting under the moonlight. Francis is on one knee, holding a velvet box. Inside, a silver ring gleams. I know we're already married, he says, voice low, his hair mussed by the breeze. But I want to do this right. Virgil, will you marry me? For real this time? My eyes sting, tears slipping down my cheeks. Yes, I say, laughing through the lump in my throat. Yes, you idiot. He slides the ring onto my finger, standing to pull me into a kiss. Fireworks explode overhead, gold and red lighting up the sky. I laugh against his lips, overwhelmed. The words flash one last time. Virgil and Francis, locked in for life. Here's to forever. Cue the sappy music. These two are done for. I pull back, grinning up at him. You plan fireworks? Maybe, he says, smirking, but his eyes are soft, full of something I never saw before, unfiltered love. I kiss him again, the waves crashing, the sky blazing, and I know we're not just married. We're home.